Okay students, now we have our next definition, which is SAA. Again you can see S stands for side and A stands for angle. So now we are dealing with a side and its two corresponding angles. Clear? So again we will start the definition with the comparison. In any correspondence of two triangles, it means if we compare the two triangles, if one side and any two angles of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding sides and angle of the other triangle, then the triangles are congruent. It means कि अगर हम दो triangles का comparison करें और उसमें से किसी एक triangle की एक साइड और दो एंगल्स दूसरी ट्रायंगल की साइड और एंगल्स के इक्वल हो जाए, इट मीन्स द ट्रायंगल्स आर ऑल्सो कॉन्ग्रुएंट. इज इट क्लियर? इट मीन्स इन एनी कॉरेस्पॉन्डेंस ऑफ टू ट्रायंगल्स, इन कंपैरिजन ऑफ टू ट्रायंगल्स, इफ एनी वन साइड एंड टू एंगल्स ऑफ वन ट्रायंगल आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट, किस चीज के बराबर होने चाहिए? दूसरी ट्रायंगल की साइड्स और एंगल के. कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं ना दो ट्रायंगल्स का, ठीक है? तो किसी एक ट्रायंगल का अगर साइड्स और एंगल दूसरी ट्रायंगल की साइड और एंगल के कॉन्ग्रुएंट हो जाए, तो इसका मतलब है कि दोनों ही ट्रायंगल्स आपस में कॉन्ग्रुएंट हैं. क्लियर? दिस इज SAA postulate. So let me explain you with the help of example. Here you can see that we have two triangles again, ABC and DEF, and we have to take the correspondence first. So first of all I will write in triangle ABC correspondence to triangle DEF. We are taking comparison of these. Now what we have to take? We have to take one side. You can take any one side. I have taken BC and EF. If measurement of BC is congruent to measurement of EF, this side is corresponding to or congruent to this one. We have taken one side. Now what we have to take? We have to take two angles. So we have to take two angles opposite to this side. One angle, this one is opposite and this one is opposite. We cannot take this angle because अगर मैं ये वाला एंगल लेती हूँ तो फिर आपको याद होगा कि हमने पिछले एक पोस्टुलेट में पढ़ा था कि कोई सी भी एक साइड और उसके दोनों एंगल्स, ठीक है, वो जो हमने ASA पढ़ा था ना कि दो एंगल्स और उनके दरमियान की साइड, तो फिर ये उस जैसा हो जाएगा. इसीलिए हम इसमें एंगल C को कंसिडर नहीं कर सकते. वी हैव टू टेक, जो भी हम साइड ले रहे हैं उसके सामने वाले दो एंगल्स लेने हैं. तो अगर मैं B और C को कंसिडर करी हूँ तो इसके सामने कौन से दो एंगल बन रहे हैं? एंगल B और एंगल A. अगर मैं AC को कंसिडर करूँगी तो फिर मेरा क्या एंगल A और एंगल B बनेगा. ठीक है? सो इफ I have taken one side, now I have to take two angles. Angle B is corresponding to angle E. Angle B congruent to angle E and angle A congruent to angle D. Here you can see we have made three components equal. You can see one side and two angles. We have made three components equal or congruent. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. I have already told you any three components are congruent, then the triangles are congruent. In all the postulates, we have taken different things. Let me recap. In ASA, the first postulate was ASA. Any two angles and their central side. So I have taken angle B and C and their central side. So it is ASA. The next postulate was SAS, means any two sides and their central angle. So I have considered side AB and BC and their central angle. And in this postulate we have SAA, mean any one side and the two angles opposite to it. So I have considered side BC and angle A and B are opposite to BC. Clear? I hope the difference between these three postulates is clear to you. Okay students, now our fourth postulate is SSS, side, side, side. In this postulate, we are dealing with the three sides of triangle. Clear? There is no angle. As you can see, there are three S. So, the definition will start from the same words in any correspondence of two triangles. Sorry, here it is off. In any correspondence of two triangles, again we are comparing two triangles. If three sides of one triangle, here you can see if three sides of one triangle are congruent to the corresponding three sides of other triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Again you can see we have made three components equal. And what are these components? These three components are three sides of the triangle. Clear? Again, let me explain you by the diagrams. Here again we have two triangles A, B, C and D, E, F. The first statement is in any correspondence. It means we are taking comparison. So first of all I will write in triangle A, B, C correspondence to triangle DEF. I have taken the correspondence between these two. If this side AB is congruent to DE, clear? AB is congruent to DE. This side BC is common to EF, congruent to EF. BC is congruent to EF. And the third side is CA is congruent to DF. This side is congruent to this one. So I will write AC is congruent to DF. Here you can see that three components are congruent, so triangles are congruent. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. This postulate is SSS, means three sides of the triangle are congruent. Then the triangles are congruent. I hope these postulates are clear to you. Two things to remember. In these postulates, these triangles are acute angled triangle or obtuse angle triangle, whatever you want to draw the triangles, but there should not be right angle triangle. ये जो postulates हैं ये हमारे पास right angle triangle पर apply नहीं होते, इसलिए मैंने अभी तक आपको जो 4 postulates पढ़ाए हैं, आप इन 4 postulates में right angle triangle के अलावा कोई सी भी triangle draw कर सकते हैं. लेकिन ये जो triangles मैंने ड्रॉ की हैं they are easier to make, so you will also make these triangles. Clear? And the second thing is that these triangles should be of same measurement, so you will make these triangles with the help of scale. Clear? इनको फ्री हैंड ड्रॉ नहीं करना, ये देखने में भी एक जैसी लगनी चाहिए. अगर आप इन्हें अलग अलग करके ड्रॉ करेंगे तो आपका पोस्टुलेट रॉन्ग हो जाएगा, क्योंकि हम कॉन्ग्रुएंट ट्राइंगल्स पढ़ रहे हैं. कॉन्ग्रुएंट मीन एग्जैक्टली सेम. सो आप इनको मेजर करके बनाएंगे ताकि ये एक जैसी बने. क्लियर? Okay students, now we have our last postulate, our last definition of this chapter, which is HS postulate. Here S is same, representing the side, but H is representing the hypotenuse. This is the only postulate which deals with the right angled triangle. So I have already told you, you cannot make right angled triangle in any other postulate. This is the only postulate which deals with the right angled triangle. So in this postulate, you have to draw right angled triangle. Only in this postulate. Please remember this point. What is the postulate? If in the correspondence of the two right angled triangles, here the words clearly state that right angled triangle. You can also guess from the name, as the name is HS, S for side and H for hypotenuse. Only right angled triangle have hypotenuse. So this is the only postulate deals with the right angled triangle. Again, we are taking the comparison of two right angled triangle. If the hypotenuse and any one side of one triangle are congruent to the hypotenuse and corresponding side of the other, then the triangles are congruent. It means if the hypotenuse of one triangle is congruent to the hypotenuse of other triangle, and from these two sides, if any one of the side is congruent to the other triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Clear? Hypotenuse is compulsory congruent, and from other two sides, one is called perpendicular and the other is called base. We can take any one side, either perpendicular or base. Hypotenuse is compulsory, and from perpendicular or base we can take any one. If hypotenuse of one triangle is congruent to the hypotenuse of the other triangle, and from other two sides any side is congruent to the corresponding side, then the triangles are congruent. Here, first of all, I will write in triangle ABC, correspondence, we are taking the correspondence, triangle DEF. Again, hypotenuse is compulsory because H is in the name. So hypotenuse is compulsory. AB is congruent to DE. Both of these are hypotenuse. AB is congruent to DE. AB is the hypotenuse of one triangle and DE is the hypotenuse of the other triangle. Both of they are congruent. And BC, base is congruent to this base. BC is congruent to EF. Base is congruent to base. If you remember, I have told you to make the triangles congruent, three components should be congruent. But in this postulate, we have taken only two, hypotenuse and base, because the third thing is 90 degree. This angle C is 90 degree, this angle F is 90 degree. As both of these are right angle triangles, so this is understood. Angle C is congruent to angle F. I will write here, angle C is congruent to angle F, because both of they are of 90 degree. Here you can see that we have made three things congruent. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. This is the only postulate which deals with the right angle triangle. I hope these postulates are clear to you. These are the only definitions we have to do in chapter number 10. After these definitions, we will do review exercise 10. Inshallah. Allah Hafiz.